Political analyst Adeola Soetan joins us now for more perspective on this. Many thanks for joining us. You just heard that report there, the president in Taraba, Jalingo. But one thing perhaps that we didn't pick up there was that the president said it is the duty of the elder statesmen there to secure their people. That is not his job, his government. He's going to be away after 4 years. What do you make of that?
Well, ordinarily, I think that is not correct, because essentially the fundamental duty of government is security of lives and property of citizens. That does not exclude people from being organized to see security as a collective challenge. But there's a specific, that's what we call government. You go to the forest now, you can see animals fighting because there's no government, they are not organized. The main characteristic of democracy is that you put your security, your welfare, in the hands of people that you put your trust. So I think President is very wrong.
Okay. Okay, so even if you think the president is wrong on saying that, he has gone to visit the troubled states in the north, and some have said it is coming a little bit too late than expected. But what are your thoughts on his, visit to the troubled states in the north and as well the south-south?
Well, good enough that after much pressure, Mr. President deems it fit to visit, which I think is ridiculously belated. And it's the president's aristocratic aloofness gives him out as an emir of Nigeria, not as president, because the two are different. So invariably, what should be done now is to see how those wounds will be healed. And that can only be done by good governance. The economy must be improved. People must have access to basic means of income. We're having this escalating. It's a reflection of the worsening state of economy. It didn't start from him. You should get that right. But what the ruling elite is doing, the bourgeois elite in Nigeria is not concerned even with wellness of Nigerians, because they have other countries they can call their own. They are wealthy, they are richer. So it doesn't concern them. That is why you see transferred anger based on struggle for resources, struggle for control by the masses, which is unfortunate. It touches on security, it touches on food security, it touches on national security too. Okay. And I think this is where the president should be more concerned now and more active from his lethargic stand of seeing issues as just one of those things. All right,
picking a bit from what the president also said during his visit to Taraba yesterday was that he has fulfilled his promises to Nigerians in terms of security. And of course, in the fight for corruption, it's going on fine. Some people will say that is playing to the gallery, or perhaps in anticipation of 2019 ticket. What do you make of that?
Well, on security, I'm not sure I can score Mr. President more than 40%, because it's escalating. You now have cases of killings every day. Today it's reported that killing happened in Benue. Everywhere now you have killings.
This morning about 3 people killed, and the Boko Haram that just happened in
I just saw it now
today.
In Maiduguri. So there's a need for a consensus. There's a need for a national security conference along states and local governments for us to know, are we really safe? Because anybody can be killed anytime and they get away with it. You can see the fighters, the actors in the business of violence now coming out boldly to claim ownership of those violences. And government is so lethargic, not even inviting them. Now look, if you claim that you are responsible because of so, and it's wrong. So it's going to lead to reprisal. So I would feel that Mr. President should be sober enough to know, not to listen, just within the rank of those who will tell him what he wants to say or what to hear. He should go to the marketplace. Forget all these campaigns, forget all this rally, because these are organized crowd.
According to the president as well, sorry Esther, he said that he has his own means of getting information when it comes to issues. So that is why he doesn't rush to any trouble state, because he has his own means of getting information. From what you're saying now, perhaps those informations are flawed?
No, even for Mr. President to say that is belittle that office. Everybody knows all security informations, in Nigeria, hence in is stable. But what does he do with it? That's the question. And again, it's bad because it's bad now to have to do what I call relativity of national absurdity, or perhaps calibration of tragedy, to say that a lot of people, even more people, were killed in Taraba than Benue or what have you. Personally, it's unpresidential. You don't start comparing, because a loss of one Nigerian's life counts. It's not only you start calibrating, okay, how many people killed here, then you now look at, is it more, worth of my first visit or what have you. I don't think, we need such.
Okay, so what is the way out of this? Even though you've proposed the National Security Conference as an alternative to handling the security challenge in our country, what is the way out of this seemingly unending problem that we get to encounter on a daily basis?
Well, you summarize it up, is that people themselves have no confidence in the bourgeois system. It's an indictment on leadership. It's a reflection of failure of leadership. So what we should be thinking now is, how do we organize a system, a platform that will be owned by the working people? The system must change. They have seen now that it's not about regime change. It's not. Most Nigerians that voted for Mr. President thought he would do more. But the situation is looking like a patient that stops consuming fake drug, now starts consuming expired drug. So there's no solution. So what I'm saying in essence is that we must start thinking of a working class alternative to this current anti-people.
And what could that working class alternative be?
It means you have to have a socialist party. You have to have a working people's party. There must be, the leadership of workers should appreciate now that there is a total collapse of this system. If Mr. President, who is seen as the best of the bourgeois elite in Nigeria, that all of us gave mandate in, less than 3 years ago, could perform this way, abysmally, then you start wondering who other is coming. Except, so what that shows is that we are not talking, there's no way capitalism will correct the crisis of capitalism. It's not possible.
All right. So the take-home for you really is to have a working class party.
Exactly.
That is a panacea to some of those problems that we have
and manage
in Nigeria.
Because when people don't have total control of the commanding night of the economy, we
have to live in there. Many thanks for your time and your thoughts on TVC News Hour today, Mr. Adeola Soetan.
It's my pleasure.